Welcome to Thoughts Roundup. My mind today goes back to an old friend, H.K. Duke. I met him many, many years ago. And back in the day when he used to pastor, I would go out and visit and preach for him. But there's a story connected with Duke. We always just called him Duke. And we called his wife Duchess. And I met Duke's mother. She was a lot like my mother. She just was a good person, good, honest person. Had been a housewife all her life. But anyway, the Dukes went out on the tail end of the grapes of wrath. The Dust Bowl pushed them out, and they headed for California. If I remember right, they had maybe they had an old truck. That would be an antique today, I tell you that. And they picked fruit along the way for their existence, as so many did. And Duke told me about, they lived in labor camps, and his dad went off one night, and his dad was bad to drink, as a lot of people were that day and time, especially because they felt like they had nowhere to turn. They did, but didn't know it. And so he was out one night, I think had been doing some work, and also coming home, they was drinking. Duke was laying at the edge of the tent, and his mother was over at his sister's tent, older sister's tent. And he was laying there. He was 11 years old. And then on an old cheap radio, old plastic radio, he heard Mr. Curry Duke, Mr. Curry Duke, has just been killed out on the highway. They ran into the back of a truck or something. Duke said, "You'll never know how I felt." He said, "I was 11 years old. I got up and I ran to where my mother was at my sister's house. And when I got there, I couldn't speak. The words would not come out." That is, we have all had it pretty good, you know. And sometimes we get to thinking that we don't have, just because maybe we don't have as much as someone else. But comparatively speaking, with the people that was before us, we have all had it pretty good. Well, the Dukes, they had nothing to do but keep on going and keep on picking cotton. and keep on picking fruit and working as low life laborers. I remember Dukes telling me about his mother. She told him one night, I hope I have the story just the way it should be. She told us one night, she said, boy, folks, I gotta tell you, I've lost our money. She carried the money in a little Bull Durham tobacco sack in her bosom. $200 they had saved up. And she said, I have lost the money in the cotton patch. But said, now don't worry, we're going to make it. We're not going to starve, we'll make it. Don't worry, go on to sleep. But about 3 o'clock in the morning, some of them woke up and Mama was gone. And they went out to the edge and looked down into the cotton patch. They were up on a hill, looked down into the cotton patch, and they saw a light going up and down the road. And they knew that their mother was hunting. She was hunting the money. She knew they really had to have it. That's the way mothers are. That's the way mothers do. Oh, mothers are built out of stuff. We'll never understand what mothers are made out of until we get to heaven itself. And they all, if I remember correctly, they all went down into the cotton field and joined her and started going up and down the road. About 3 o'clock in the morning, and about 5 o'clock in the morning, Mama shouted and said, I found it! I found it! I've got it! It was a long time ago that my friend Duke told me that story. But how could you ever forget a story like that? Duke's mama is easy to think about on Mother's Day when you're thinking about mothers and what they have meant to this whole world. God bless you.